Good morning. This is day 2 of our trip, and it's pretty early right now. It's about 6:30 in the morning. I'm gonna take the car to charge a little bit while we wait for some breakfast at the hotel. Hopefully, I can get it to 100%, and I'll talk to you more about what's going on today when we get to the Rivian charger. I'll see you in a bit. We are at the Rivian Adventure Charger again, charging up the Rivian R1S. There was another R1S parked right next to me, but he finished charging and he's gone right now. But I love these networks actually. They're so easy to use as long as you have all your information on your Rivian app. You just plug in the car and you're all ready to go. It just communicates and it's so easy. So for the most part, for today, the plan is to get from Flagstaff, Arizona to Redondo Beach, California. I've used a trip planner on the Rivian app, and it says it's going to take us about 10 hours and 12 minutes with 4 stops. And actually, this is one of the stops that we have to take. What I'm going to do too at this stop is I'm going to charge the Rivian to 100%, mainly because we're waiting right now for breakfast at the hotel and it's not yet open. It's like open in like 30 minutes or so. So we'll be skipping this charger later, and then we essentially have 3 more chargers. One in Kingman, Arizona, which is going to be about 151 miles of range from here, so we should be able to reach that just fine. Another one in Essex, Fenner, California, and then our last one before we get into Redondo Beach. It will be in Barstow, California, and I think that's an Electrify America one. But once you get there, I'll show you how the chargers look and how the area looks around the charging stations and everything and that. But all in all, the trip has been really nice. The Rivian app and the trip planner has come in very handy. It's pretty good at estimating how much you need to charge your Rivian to get to your next charge point, and then getting around town and everything like that. I've been charging a little bit more than the minutes asked, just mainly because I'm a little bit worried about the range. So I charged just a little bit more than needed. But I'm gonna sit here and charge this to 100%, and then we'll see you in the next charger. All right, there's a few Rivians that have pulled up and started charging here, but I'm at 88% and it's slow going, and I think that I'm good. We're at 238 miles of range, so that should get us to Kingman, Arizona, no problem, as well as me driving back to the hotel and then driving back this way for some coffee a little bit later. So I lied. I'm not gonna wait for 100%. It's gonna take too long. I'm getting hungry as well, so I'm gonna go get some breakfast, and we'll see you at the next charging point. So we are at the first charging station at Kingman, Arizona. We left Flagstaff about 2 hours ago. Got some coffee, some pretty good coffee at Single Speed Coffee uh, Lab and Roastery. It was pretty good coffee. So if you're in Flagstaff and you want some good coffee, visit Single Speed Coffee Lab and Roastery. So that was pretty good. We are now in Kingman. There is a shopping center in the back as well. So this is a pretty good charging station. You can kind of go in and do some shopping while you're waiting for the charge. There's also a nice in and out across the street too. So if you want to take a little bit of a walk, there's an in and out across the street. There's some food around here as well while you're charging. Pretty nice charging center overall. I really do like these Rivian Adventure Network chargers. They're so simple to use. You just plug in your Rivian and you're off. I understand that Teslas have this advantage already with all the Tesla chargers and everything like that. And I think with the Rivian as well, if you have an adapter, as long as you have all your information on your app and you have the Tesla adapter, you can charge at any Tesla station as well, as easy as any of the Rivian network. So it's pretty nice. I'll probably test that at some point in this trip. But our next charge point will be in Essex, Fenner, California. It's only around 100 miles to Essex, so we don't have to be here too long. I might charge again a little bit longer than I usually do, just to get some extra range. but other than that, we don't actually have to be here that long. We only actually have to be here for about 15 minutes or so. I might take about 20-25 minutes just to get some extra range. But we'll see you at the next charge point once we finish here. Luckily, we charged a little bit extra when we were in Kingman, Arizona, because the Electrify America charger that we just went to, that the trip planner told us to go to, is not actually active yet. I'm not sure if Electrify America thinks that charger is up and running already, but it is not up and running yet. So we're actually taking a little bit of a detour right now back to Needles, California. It's about 30 minutes back this direction that we came from. We actually just passed Needles about 30 minutes ago to get to this charging station. It's a Tesla charging station, so we're gonna try the adapter. If not, there's actually another Electrify America charging station that's fairly close to this charging station as well. We'll just see if it's full of Teslas or not. If it's not, then I'll probably charge at that Tesla charging station. But yeah, luckily we charged a little bit extra in Kingman, Arizona, or we would have been in pretty big trouble right there. But this is what it's kind of like when you're driving in an EV. You got to kind of trust in the trip planner, and it kind of let us down on this one. I'm guessing that Electrify America actually said that charging station is already active, but it is not. So we'll go back to Needles and see if we can charge at this Tesla charging station. All right, we made it. That was kind of a nail biter there. I was kind of stressed out. I was driving the R1S pretty gingerly, and I was trying to be as efficient as I could. I'll show you the efficiency chart from the R1S right now. I was driving it pretty efficiently. I was trying to get as much miles as I could off of the batteries that I had left. We were at 57 miles of range, and we got here to the charging station with 28 miles of range left. And this is actually a very nice charging station. It is Electrify America charging station. I did say that we were going to try a Tesla charging station. It is fairly close by here as well. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't taken up or anything like that, so I switched over to this Electrify America charging station. We actually looked it up, and there were pretty good reviews. Just in case the Tesla chargers were full, I didn't want to have to take another trip. Also, it would have been my first time trying out the Tesla charger and the Tesla adapter, and I didn't want it to not work. I'm pretty sure it would have worked, but that was one of my other concerns as well. This one we looked up reviews for, and it was a really nice charger, and it actually is a very nice charger. The awning is actually solar panels, so that's pretty cool as well. But yeah, we made it. This is probably a lesson learned that you probably want to charge a little extra just in case something like this happens. I'm not sure why the trip planner thought that Electrify America charging station in Essex Fenner was available. It is brand new, and it looks like it's about to come online very shortly. It was just not active when we got there. There was a Tesla that came as well that was looking to charge as well, and they looked like they were pretty upset as well that the Electrify America charger wasn't up and running. So they were probably coming back this way to that Tesla charger close by here as well. So lesson learned, I'm probably going to just keep charging extra even though my trip says to charge 15 or 20 minutes. Luckily, from where we were, there was a little bit of an uphill that we had to go to, but most of the time it was a downhill drive to Needles. So that actually helped with the efficiency of the car. But we're gonna grab some McDonald's here that's right next door as well for some lunch. So it's a pretty nice charging station. We're up on a hill, so the pretty nice views as well. So Yeah, we're gonna grab some McDonald's for lunch while we're charging. I'll probably charge pretty fully just in case. But our next charger is a Rivian Adventure Network charging station, so it should be up and running in Barstow, California. We'll see you at the next charger then. All right, so we had to stop at this, well, this Tesla charging park basically. There's about 120 Tesla chargers here. We couldn't actually make it to the Rivian Adventure Network. Luckily, we have a adapter for these Tesla chargers. Essentially, all we have to do is connect the Tesla charger and then connect it to the Rivian, and it should just read all the information from my Rivian app and start charging. Let's give it a try. So let me see here. Pull this. Make sure you can see. All right. And then hopefully it's starting to charge. Oh, it says try again. Let's see. Nope. Try again, huh? Oh, pain. Oh, there it goes. Starting. So that worked, and it is charging pretty fast. So basically, all you have to do is plug the charger into the adapter, and then the adapter right into the charge port, and then Rivian takes care of the rest, along communicating with the Tesla network. All the payments and everything is stored in your Rivian app, so it just pulls on your credit card and charges to that. We had to stop here mainly because the battery was actually running very low. So that charger in S6 is actually a very important charger for any low range vehicles such as my R1S, because even when we charged it to 85% and had 227 miles to the range. So we got here with about 15 miles of range left. It was actually estimating a lot less sometimes, just depending on how we were driving. So we try to drive as efficiently as we could, but we got here. We're just gonna charge all the way up to about 85% again, and that should take us all the way to Redondo Beach. So we're just gonna keep charging, and hopefully the next time I get back on, it'll be at Redondo Beach. All right, we are in Redondo. Right now, I'm actually at a Tesla charging station in Lawndale right now. There was one next to the hotel, but for some reason that wouldn't start. Is probably I need to be a guest of the Hilton there or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but this one started right up for me. It was just down the block, like a mile or so, so not too bad. We got in a bit later than expected, mainly because we had to drive back to that one charger from Essex to Needles. That took about 30 minutes to drive back, and then about an hour to charge to about 85% for us, and then the 30 minutes driving back, and then having to reroute to that other Tesla charger. So a lot of it took a little bit more time than we were hoping, as well as me wanting to charge a bit longer than I usually do as well. But we got in. As we were getting into, I used to come down to El Segundo quite a bit, so I drove the family around to some of the familiar places that I went to. A lot has changed down here, but it brought back a lot of memories, so I took the kids around a little bit, and then we grabbed some food, and then we checked into the hotel. Now I'm just charging a little bit so to kind of get ready for tomorrow. But other than that, a little drama today, but not too bad. We figured it out. Just had to be pretty patient with it. So this is the stuff that happens when you have a low range EV. So these are some of the things that you have to consider, that you'll possibly run into a charger that is not active yet, which is bad news. Worst comes to worst, I probably would have had to borrow a plug or something like that from the gas station to see if I couldn't plug in. I do have the emergency charging plugs that Rivian provides. You can also use those for home charging as well. Luckily, I had enough charge to get to Needles and then charge for that hour. But all in all, today was pretty good. It just kind of got in a little bit late. Tomorrow we'll have some fun at the beach and everything and that. I'll probably charge the car a little bit more, so hopefully I'll take the car to the beach and we'll check into a hotel that's closer to Universal, since the next day, the day after that, we'll be going to Super Nintendo World. So I'll show you some of that as well. But other than that, with that, thank you for watching. Be sure to like the video and I'll see you tomorrow.